I want to see that again. All right. Wind advisory. The reason we have such beautiful weather, I can guarantee in Spain right now, they're not getting their version of an offshore wind. I know there's a name for it and I can't remember, but the warm winds there, not happening for us though. Boy, we just can't seem to break this rut. It makes for beautiful weather. One more day of an advisory. We'll probably see it come back again somewhere around Thursday or Friday as we just continue to get these offshore flow events. And look at the temperature effects. South of Point Conception, really warm into the 70s, a high 60s as you went further north. Look, Pismo Beach, a little offshore flow, and you're at 70, one of the warm spots actually in all of the Central Coast, even beating normally really warm Paso Robles if we were to go in the summertime. Pismo, it's very rare that you even come close to the high temperature for Paso. During the winter, though, you get an offshore event, and it's not too hard. All right, 50s and a few 60s out there. A little wind right now in Gaviota out of the north. Not overly strong, but it's starting to kick up just a bit at about 20 to 30 miles an hour. The gust going a little higher, so we do have a little, the classic little sundowner event, and that, of course, not only warms you up a little bit, but it also dries you out. And there it is. Boy, whenever we do have these winds out of the north to northeast, areas that get them versus areas that don't, and you can just see the profound effect on how dry it can be and how much warmer it can be than your neighbors if you are indeed getting those little north winds. Here is the culprit, La Nina, really just doing her thing, keeping everything going well to our north. Look at Oregon, Washington, extreme northern California. As we tighten up the shot, the net effect for us is these are the graphics I use over and over again during this time of year when we have these mild winters like we're getting right now, which is broken clouds. Sometimes we get a little cloudy and we really hope for the rain, but it just doesn't happen. And we get those wind events, especially across Southern California out of the northeast. So where is the rain? Way up over my shoulder above our first alert weather graphic right there. Coming into at least Northern California, we hope, as long as we stay busy there. The good news is we know our turn will come. It's just going to take some time. And look how stellar the sky, the clarity in the sky over the next few days. We will get some clouds over time to time, but really at the lower levels, this is going to be the story, which is that the sort of the almost inhaling and exhaling, so to speak, of that Santa Ana wind at night. You start to see it kicking into gear. By the afternoons, it usually quiets down a bit, and then it kicks into gear again overnight. So we'll have the advisory through tomorrow night, and that means the temperatures on Monday look really nice, especially down on the Oxnard Plain. It might even be a little warmer than this. I've seen some outlying models forecasting more toward the mid-70s for just about everybody in Ventura County. You might even get a little bit of that in the Central Coast. Usually we do get sort of your version of a Santa Ana is more of a north wind, and little bits of that here and there. It's just usually not as widespread. That's why the advisory is mainly down here and not up into the Central Coast. But either way, as we go into Tuesday, it looks like the wind does die off a little bit, so we start to get a little bit cooler, but cooler is a relative term, meaning back into the high 60s versus maybe mid to low 70s. So another great day across the Central Coast as well as the South Coast of Santa Barbara. Mild offshore winds, beautiful conditions out there. Where the winds blow, the morning lows are not that bad. Where they're not, it's still very much going to remind you that it's winter with some high 30s out there expected. Same story for San Luis Obispo County, and as we head back down into our Santa Ana zone, which is Ventura, and look at that, a moderate event one more time. Boy, you can't talk enough about how beautiful it makes us, but boy, it sure keeps us on the dry side. Surf is still up. Wow, and how. And it's going to stay up. In fact, it's pulsing tonight into tomorrow. So we have high surf advisory for the South Coast and Ventura County. The warning level waves will be along the Central Coast, and that's going to last through tomorrow. We also have minor possibility of some tidal overflow as we get a high tide tomorrow around 8 a.m. And there's our forecast, and that does not lie, Tracy. We are going to see some 80s likely for our warmest areas on both Thursday, Friday, and then it should cool down, relatively speaking, as we head into the weekend. I'm going to send it back to you as we look at beautiful Santa Maria, and look at that. 80s Thursday and Friday. You can't really argue how nice that is, but a little dry.
All right. I know you want the rain, but people are really enjoying that sunshine. Thank you, Sean.